Hello everybody and welcome back to a new build tutorial. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this meat hall in Valheim. The first thing that we're gonna build is a stone floor. Now as you can see I already placed my corners here. These measure 12 by 9. I already placed these corners just to make it a bit easier to build, because we just want to connect all of these really, and then of course fill them up as well. Now I will be building this meat hall in creative mode, as you can tell, just because it will be a lot faster for me. Just for the sake of this video I just made a separate server to do stuff like this, so to speak. But building this in survival, which me and my friends are actually playing on, is of course also a possibility. But just for the sake of the video I decided to go in creative. Anyway, just gonna go all the way around like I said, and then we wanna fill all of this up. With our stone floor now complete, it's time to start building the actual building on top of it, of course. Now for this we take a wooden beam of 1 meter first, and at the very corner we place it, just like this. And then we go one up as well. Now we switch to the wooden walls, and where we just placed that one in the middle, we just connect it. There we go. And then we go to the opposite side. Oh, that one is misplaced. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the reason why I do this is because if you actually place a wall at the very edge of a stone, there you go, you can tell that it's kind of, yeah, only floating halfway in the air. It looks terrible in my opinion. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. If we do it like this, however, you can just go all the way around, which we intend to do. Just go all the way around like this. Very nice and easy. And you will actually have a bit of an edge, as you can see, which I think looks a lot better. It looks a lot better. So the first layer of wall is now finished. The next thing we want to do, of course, is build high up. I'm gonna start at the front and back. For this, I go too high at the very ends. This is also what we'll be using at the side walls, at the right and left. So we can already do that. So we just go like this. This one does not have to go higher than 2. That will be more than enough. Now for the front and the back, we just go 1 higher every time. So we just cut off one corner, go 1 higher. See, cut a corner, go 1 higher, cut off that corner and go 1 higher. And then we switch to the wooden wall of 45 degrees. And we just connect it all the way to the top. This will be the front and also the side. So of course we want to repeat that process for the back and the other side of the wall. But before we do that, I'm gonna build the entrance to our meat hall. For that, I'm gonna go in the very middle of the base and cut out the 4 wooden floors, or wooden walls rather, right here. Then I switch to a wooden gate and place it in the middle. To fill the gap here, I go with a half wooden wall. And there we go, just fill that up. Very nice and easy. Then I switch back to a wooden wall of 45 degrees and place it at the exact same spot as the half walls from just now. These are temporary because we just want to see where our wooden beam will be placed, as we kind of want to go forward a little bit. So I place a wooden beam of 2 meters and then one of 1 meter in front of that. Then I go with a thatched roof of 45 degrees and attach it to these, and just like that. Opposite side as well, of course. There we go. Very nice and easy. Now we go back to the stone floor of 2 by 2, and we place 3 extra at the very front. I'm gonna switch to a wooden wall, 1 on each side, as well as a half wall on top of that. Oh, dang it. And then we want that connecting at the other thatched roof as well, of 1 meter. There we go. So these will just blend in perfectly fine. Now, I'm going to build a bit of a stair, of course. What I do for this is use a wooden beam of 1 meter again and place it in front of the walls that we just made. And if we now switch to a stone stair, we can actually place it right there next to it. So the stairs will be in the center. If you don't do it, you can only place the stairs like this. And I think it's a bit too broad, you know. So I prefer to do it like this, like I just showed you, really. Now we go with a wooden gate again and we place it right here. So we've got a bit of a double gate, so to speak. Double gate. And then, of course, we close it all with a wooden wall of 45 degrees again. Connect it. And there we go. So that is the entrance almost finished. What I like to do, but again, personal taste, I just place a little bit of a roof here. Just to fill it up a bit. Just to fill it up a little bit. Now, to start on the actual roof, we take a wooden beam of 45 degrees and we count 2 wooden wall segments. And then we just place it right there. Over here as well. And then we go 1, 2 here. 1, 2 here. There we go. And now we've got 3 in the middle that are open, so to speak. But that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Gonna do the same over here. 2 and 2. And now we want to connect all of these. Oh. Now, of course, the higher we get, the less of a support we get. So let's just see how far we can go for now. This, however, the support will be fixed in just a moment. But yeah, it's already getting yellow and orange there, so we can't really build any higher than this. Attached roof of 45 degrees, of course. Connect all of the roofs. Now, I like to go with the base first, the bottom row, as well as the one in the corners, because we also want to place a chimney in a moment, and also because if we just connect everything right now, it will collapse. It will collapse. So we have to work our way around that in just a moment. See, it's already getting red here as well, so not the best support just yet, but that will be fixed momentarily. Now, you will tell that there is no roof in the center. This is because, like I said, things will collapse in just a moment. What we're gonna do for this is switch to a log pole. And we just go, I believe it's 2, let me have a look. Yeah, there we go, yeah. It's 2 roof tiles up, and then you place it. And we just do this for all of these. And they're all the beams of 45 degrees that we already placed. There we go. And of course, at the opposite side as well. And you will tell if you place 2 of them, they will connect beautifully, perfectly to the floor as well that we already placed, the stone floor. So there we go. So these will definitely keep up or give the support that we need. For this right now, I'm gonna switch to a wooden beam of 2 meters. And what we want to do is place that on top of the actual roof, just like that, just to give it some extra support. And also we go layer per layer, which means that every layer of roof we're gonna place one of these. Now this again will make it sturdier, but also it's easier to build. If you decide to build this in survival mode, one issue that I always have is when you place roof, you know, you always fall down, so you start sliding off. If you place the wooden beams per tile, you can just jump on top of these and you won't slide off anymore. So that's very, very useful. So that will definitely help you build, and it will again make the roof a lot sturdier as well. So everything is now covered, as you can see, and the next step would indeed be the chimney. So I've got this gap here in the middle of our building, which is 6 roof tiles long. Now we're gonna switch to the wooden wall again, and what we want to do is just kind of that's a cattle. What we want to do is place a wooden wall right here against these walls, just like that. We go all the way around. World saving again. Gorgeous. Love that when that happens. Absolutely splendid. There we go. Again, all the way around like this. Gonna place 2 more wooden beams here as well underneath. There we go, just to make it look complete, you know, because it's on all the other ones as well, so we might as well. There we go. Now, we're gonna place a half wall, a wooden half wall on top of that. Let's keep on building. Gonna do this again all the way around. Now we switch to the wooden pole of 2 meters. And we're gonna place that in all of the corners here. Again, give it some extra support, but it has another purpose as well. I want to place this one here, because we have to do this everywhere now. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Every little Every little corner. There we go. Every corner. Now we switch to the wooden wall of 45 degrees again. And at the very corners, the very ends, place it, turn it around as well. Opposite side, there we go. And there we go. And now we switch the wooden beams of 45 degrees. And we put that on all of the poles that we just placed. Just like that. Again, turn around and connect them. And then of course a thatched roof of 45 degrees in between all of these. So this will serve as your chimney. It is pretty damn high. There is the small gaps, but doesn't really matter. The smoke will escape, so do not worry, you won't get smoked. So with that out of the way, this is basically your meat hole finished, at least the outsides. Now what we're gonna do is start building on the interior, the inside of your hole. So just look at this, just look at this. It's pretty damn big, isn't it? So there's your chimney, as you can tell. So you've got a very, very, very big hole. Now, the first thing that we actually want to do is start building on the second floor, because there will be a second floor, so people can sleep here. If you also want to make this as a home, for instance, that is a possibility. That is a possibility. For this, we switch to the wooden floor of 2x2. Just want to see, switch it around, and then we place those in the corner where the roof and the walls meet. So those will be too high, as you can see, and then we just go all the way around again. Inside of the building this time, but don't fill it up just yet, because of course in the center here, this is where your hearth will be placed, and there's also going to be a staircase, so you do not want to get it all the way around just yet. Or well, you do want to get it all the way around, but you do not want to fill it up just yet. So as you can see, I went with 2 floor pieces on all the sides, working towards the poles. They're connected towards the poles as well, and the chimney itself is a bit more towards the center, but that's the next step. What we want to do first is make a staircase. So as you can see here at the very end, so right there is the entrance, at the very end of a meat hole, I've left a gap here. I left a gap. This is where we'll be placing the staircase. For that we'll take the wooden stair. I'll take the stairs because I really don't like the ladders in this game. They always make you like hop. It's not really optimized just yet in my opinion, so yeah. Anyway, now again, place some wooden beams. Not for any supports this time, just because I think it looks a lot nicer. I am also stuck in my staircase, that's beautiful. If we can connect it, there we go. There we go, boom, alright. And now I kind of want to cover it up as well. I'm going to cover the staircase. For this we'll take the wooden wall of 26 degrees. And what we do, just place it right next to the staircase, just like that, to make it sort of a railing, so to speak, you know. Then we take the wooden walls, and we just connect all of those. Take the half wooden walls and fill up the gaps. And then I also place a half wooden wall right here at the back of the staircase, with a wooden gate underneath it. So with this, what I do when you're in survival mode, this is a nice little trick that I did in my server as well, my actual survival server. Because right now, this is this can act as a bit of a storage room, so to speak. So you can put chests here, for instance, or if you like, you can even dig further down and make like a cellar. That's also not a possibility. But what I like to do is place a crafting bench or a workbench right here, because as you know, you've got a certain range when you're building. Or for instance, if you get attacked by drakes and they damage your meat hole and your roofs or the straws or whatever, it's a nice little storage place for your workbench. Now you can just repair stuff around you, because it gives you a little extra range, you know. You don't have to build another one, it's already stored right there. You can put a forge next to it as well, for instance, or a couple of chests in there. Make a basement underneath, like I said, it's really up to you. But this is something that I personally found very, very useful. So right now there is one more thing to do, and that of course is finish your chimney and place the hearths underneath it, and then of course decorate your interior as well. But let's face the chimney first. So what we're gonna do, take our wooden walls again, and we just kind of keep on building down, you know, just keep on building down actually. Do you have to be quick, because I think, yeah, things will collapse. But if you place it like this, as you can tell, you can actually get all the way to the bottom. Now, this looks terrible. This just looks terrible. However, what you can do, just make it sort of as a base, so you know where everything will be placed, if you get what I mean. See, just build up, so you know how far your actual second floor will come. Which means that right now we can actually continue building, because now we know, okay, this is where the chimney comes. So all of this, everything that's still left on the second floor, can now be filled up, because there is enough space now for the chimney to be placed. And everything else is extra second flooring. Now, of course, the chimney. The chimney right now, like I said, this looks terrible. This looks just terrible. So I'm gonna get rid of this. What I do instead is take the half walls, place those right here, go all the way around, because what I'm doing now is making a bit of a barrier, so to speak, you know? Making a sort of a barrier. Meaning that right here, if you're on the second floor, you can still kind of look down, see what is going on. You can still catch all of the heat that's coming as well, because it's not completely shut off. The light comes through, so there's light coming on your second floor this way as well, if the fire is around from the hearth. Now again, I'm gonna place some wooden beams, because, as I said, I just think it makes it all complete. I just think it makes it look a bit nicer, a bit of extra detailing, you know. So I like to place them right here. And then what I also do, just like at the very top of our chimney, we just kind of keep on going. With that I mean, we place more wooden poles here as well. All the way around. And here we go, ladies and gents. As you can see, I went all the way around. You've got this nice little barrier. You can still look at whatever is going downstairs. And speaking of downstairs, we of course still have to place the hearth, which we're gonna do right now. For this, we take a, let's see, a wooden log pole, and we place it right there in all of the corners of our little chimney, so to speak, or little chimney. There we go. So the issue with the hearths is that when you place them, they don't really connect to any tiles. So you always have to guess where you want to place it, so it's never in the exact spot. If you do it like this, however, we can kind of figure it out ourselves just a little bit. Just have to guess it, of course. And we place one here as well. Now, the thing with hearths is also, a lot of people seem to have issues placing them. Because, but it's pretty easy actually. The way hearths work, or how you place them, is very simple. What you want to do is make sure that the bottom floor underneath you is sturdy and strong enough. Now, if you place a wooden floor, for instance, built on dirt, on gravel, like, you know, outside right here, it might be a bit, it might not be flat enough. Like the floor might be a bit hovering above it, so to speak, and then the hearths will collapse the moment you place them down. If you place, however, a stone floor, like I did, then that won't be an issue, because that is more than sturdy enough. The wooden floors, however, you can also do it. Just have to get a hoe, try and dig it out a bit, you know, make it flat. Make sure that your floor is actually placed as close as possible to the dirt, and then it won't have any issues at all. Now, of course, the only thing is missing is the interior. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna decorate this place, but that's off screen, and then we'll have a little look. Let's go. Here we go, ladies and gents. Our meat hall is now complete, and just look at what a massive building that we've just made, huh? Look at that. And it gets even better once we go inside. Let's have a look, shall we? So, we enter the double-gated door, and look at this. We enter the festivities straight away. We've got two halls in the center, tables at both sides. Look at all that food. Look at all that beer. There's soup, there's pie, sausages, there's bread. The very end sits the Earl, of course, the leader. The town's leader, for instance, with his throne. There's banners on both sides. Bring some decoration, braziers to bring some more lights to it, of course. And then here in the corner there is even more food. In case the boys get hungry, there is plenty left. And of course, 2 beer kegs. Very, very important as well. Very important as well. At the end here, we've got some shields, as you can see, some more decoration, and then we go upstairs. There we go upstairs. So first of all, little wolf pelt, just a little something. But then we go to the back. Here we go. Look at this, huh? Look at this cozy little bedroom. Master's bedroom. Look at that. Banner in the middle. Bit of a little window. More braziers. Little nightstands. Plenty of pals. A little small personal chest for their personal belongings. And then a little bench with a table for, you know, having breakfast, to write something, you name it, So, very happy with the way this turned out, to be honest. I'm very, very pleased. I hope that you also enjoy this tutorial. You know, it's just my own personal take on it, but I hope that it might have been useful to some, to build something just like this, to give you a basic idea, at least, maybe. So, but of course, make sure to get your own touch in it as well. But yeah, very glad with how this turned out. If it was helpful, then make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Leave me a like on this video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos. Take care, everybody. Bye bye!